What's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube, and today we're taking a closer look at what may be the biggest sneaker release of all time, the 2018 Jordan 11 Concord. So in this video, we're going to take a quick overview at the Air Jordan 11 Concord, dropping December 8th, 2018 for $220. It is releasing in full family sizes. That means if you're an adult, grade school, preschool, toddler, or infant, crib, or whatever, they're making sizes. These won't be really limited. They're making a ton of pairs, but still, since everybody wants a pair, they might be tough to cop. So again, in this video, we're gonna review everything that you do need to know about the 2018 version, which is the 4th overall release of this colorway. We'll also talk a little bit about the past history of this model, why it's so popular, pretty much give you an in-depth look. And again, before we start, do us a quick favor and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Help us grow, and we'll be sure to deliver you as much as we possibly can. So, like we said, this is the 4th overall release of the Concords. It first debuted in 1995 when Michael Jordan debuted them in the playoffs. You might remember that close on-foot shot the cameraman did on courtside, broadcast on TV with Ahmad Rashad, and people went nuts, and people were wondering, all right, what's that shoe? And the story goes that Tinker Hatfield actually sent Michael Jordan a sample early on, but told him not to wear it. But MJ loved the shoe so much that he laced him up anyway. And the reason why Tinker didn't want him to wear it yet was because Nike just didn't have any pairs yet. Because, once you get that first look, people want to buy them right away. It's such a beautiful shoe. But the shoe wouldn't release until 1996. Of course, that's when the Bulls and MJ had that insane 72-win season. And of course, if you don't win a ring, it don't mean a thing. Kind of came relevant again when the Warriors won 73 games in the regular season, but lost to LeBron and the Cavs in the finals. But we digress. Again, this is the 4th overall release. It's called Concord because this hint of purple is Concord purple. But of course, the shoe is really known for its black and white look. It has that tuxedo effect. As you guys know, Boyz II Men wore it on the red carpet. A lot of celebrities started wearing the shoes, not only on album covers, but for performances and just wearing casually. And when the shoe dropped again in 2000, sold out immediately. People loved them. It was, Air Jordan 11s were at one point the most coveted shoe on the planet because they just didn't make them that often. Now it's a different story, but the 2000 Concords were a grail status for a while. And that's why when it dropped again in 2011, there was just pandemonium. There was campouts everywhere. People lined up for days. Hundreds and hundreds of people came out, up to thousands of people came out to like strip malls just to try to buy the pairs. And that's just how it was, And those sort of, high profile releases sort of forced Nike to rethink how they did sneaker launches. And that's when they started things like the Twitter RSVP and this and that. And they canceled midnight releases to ensure safety and whatnot. And the Jordan 11, the retros, were a big part of that. And all that sort of kind of amounted to what you guys know as the sneakers app. So this shoe was the shoe to have. Resale prices went up to $800. You just really won't find that anymore with Air Jordan 11s because luckily Jordan Brand is making enough pairs. And the reason why this is different from the 2011 pair is first and foremost is they fixed the dimensions of the patent leather mudguard to be more consistent with the original. A lot of people seem to complain about it because it's like higher and whatnot. We think it makes the shoe look better. It doesn't give it that weird like duck toe sort of look. Some Jordan 11s from the 2008 to maybe 2015, which is before they remastered it with the Space Jam. It had this weird like toe bump in the forefoot that kind of always bothered me. I don't know if people liked it or didn't like it, but we think that this true to form version is much, much better. And of course, the big key detail here is the 45 on the heel. And the reason why that's important is because when MJ first wore the shoes, he was wearing 45 and not 23. So they made him his 45 version. Of course, when they finally released it to the public, Michael Jordan decided to wear 23 again, and that's why the 23 version became the GR. And for a while, there were samples, most of them probably fake, with the Concord 11 with the 45, and those were kind of like what they call like the white whale. It's just super hard to find. Only the true collectors will spend that much money to go after them, but now they're making it true to form. And again, you have the icy blue outsole. People complain about the blue tint, but you know what? It's definitely helped the yellowing issue. If you look at some Jordan 11 retros from 2011, especially the Concord from 2011, there's a lot of bleeding and turned it like this poop brown color. If you own the pair of Jordan 11s from 2000 and 2001, you guys already know that yellowing was one of the worst things about that shoe, but some people do like it. But Again, they kept the OG details. You can even see the Nike Air on the insole. And of course, they decided to do away with the slide out boxes. They went with the classic box lid box with the black with the gray. Even to keep in with OG with the black tissue paper. You know, some of the OG 11s came with black tissue paper. That means released in Japan. They're trying to go, you know, head to toe, full OG with the box, with the shoes. They even, again, added the 45. This, of course, is something that's new, and that's these hard plastic shoe trees, which debuted in the 2009 Space Jams. That became a standard for Jordan 11s after that. But this is definitely returning. We actually like these hard shoe trees because it maintains the shape. You don't need to stuff it with like tissue and all that stuff. Just quickly note on the quality, of course, the one thing that people take a look at is basically the border of where the patent leather meets the midsole. You know, when a shoe is just mass produced like that, it's just, you're gonna have some, you know, imperfections. This particular pair doesn't look so bad. It's a little bit rough around the top portion of the midsole. Yeah, you know, the Jordan 11 Concord, it's deemed by many as the greatest Air Jordan of all time. And you know what, 11s have kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit because Air Jordan 1s are super popular now. But the Concord 11 is definitely one of the greatest Air Jordans of all time. It is definitely in that top tier of best Jordans. There's no debating it. You can say resell this and resell prices that and not limited this and not limited that. It doesn't matter. The shoe is absolutely gorgeous. It's a must cop, 220 bucks. Of course, the Nike sneakers app did a surprise drop. We got lucky. We got a pair. We're so stoked to have these. I think it's worth buying 2 pairs only because once you beat up the shoes a few years down the line, you don't have to pay to resell. You get to just wear them right on your feet, a fresh pair. If you want to learn more about the full history of the Jordan 11 Concord, we actually made a video not too long ago, which you can access right now. Talks about when Michael wore them first, who else wore it, you know, off the court, and why it's such an iconic release. And of course, all that sums up to the big release on December 8th, 2018. We'll have all the updated information for you below. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Concord 11 is definitely one of the greatest of all time. December 8th, of course, subscribe if you want to see more videos. You know, we definitely appreciate that, and we'll catch you next time.